Hello, AlexDidz, making the return for another review. This week we've got Mr. Freddy Krueger, the old nightmare, or as I like to call him, Fredward. Ever since he got reworked, he's been a character I've been looking to discuss, so let's get to it. His ability is called Dream Demon, and it breaks down into a few pieces. To start, his terror radius functions differently. Normally you'd hear the terror radius and see the killer. While awake, you hear the terror radius, but his visibility changes based on distance from him. Outside of 32 meters, he's invisible. Between 16 and 32, he blinks in and out. Within 16, he's visible. That's while you're awake. When you're asleep, survivors are afflicted by oblivious, which means you can't hear the terror radius. Instead, you'll hear his lullaby. His sleep system has also changed vastly. Survivors are now always falling asleep. Waking each other up gets more difficult the more you wake each other up. Survivors now can use alarm clocks to wake up, and when doing so, they get a 30-second pause before falling asleep again. Fredward has two powers. With M2 he casts Dream Snare, which places a pool of blood on the ground. Survivors can only interact with these traps in the dream world. When run through, they're slowed down. With certain add-ons, he can replace the Dream Snare with Dream Pallets. These are fake pallets that when dropped, burst into blood. These Dream Pallets also reveal survivors' auras for a few seconds. The second power is Dream Projection. Holding left control allows you to teleport to a generator that hasn't been activated. While doing so, a pool of blood forms by the generator and Freddy emerges forth. Badass. Phew! Okay, that covers his ability and how he functions pretty much. It's a colossal rework, and a lot of love was put into making Fredward not only fresh, but powerful. His power went from a solid F grade to an A. It's astounding. I almost forgot to mention his M1 send people directly into the dream versus how you used to have to put them in the dream before interacting. Bless up. Dream snares are cast almost instantly and makes chases quick. While Trapper is grabbing and setting a single trap, Freddy has already snared the entire f***ing map. He doesn't even have to stop and scribble on the ground like the hag. Nope, just do a little hand channel thingy and bam, snare. Then on top of that, they're like, that's not enough. Let's give him a global teleport that scares the out of people. Yeah, and this pushes his already high strength higher. You can also cancel the teleport early for mind game potential. Make them think you're teleporting, but ho, look out, right behind ya. Not to mention his pseudo stealth terror radius and oblivious status effect while in dream can also cause a bit of confusion. Freddy has gone from the bottom shelf to top tier from this power rework, and you definitely can climb to rank 1 with him. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Freddy's power gets an A. On to the perks. His first perk is Fire Up. For each generator completed, gain a stackable buff that grants a speed bonus to picking up, dropping, pallet breaking, generator damaging, and vaulting for the remainder of the trial. 4% per stack at max tier. So the theory to the perk is the more you lose, the stronger you get. That'd be cool if it helped you do anything meaningful. Never have I thought, we need a perk that makes me pick up and drop survivors quicker. Not anyone, ever. The pallet breaking and generator damaging is brutal strength. Vaulting quicker is Not to mention the game is probably over by the time it's at max strength. This perk gets a D. Next we have Remember Me. Each time you hit your obsession, you increase the opening time of the exit gate by 4 seconds, up to 16 seconds at max tier. The obsession is not affected by Remember Me, a perk that definitely adds some more anxiety to the endgame. It's pretty significant in terms of time if you max it out to 16 seconds, but there are better perks out there for delaying the game that can be used throughout the entirety of the match, not just the end. If they change the way opening exit gates function, this could be strong. I'm suggesting that if an exit gate isn't opened and at 99% as most survivors leave it, the door opening progression would start to regress after a certain amount of time. That is not the case. Fun meme perk, nothing more. C-. Finally, we've got the super spicy Blood Warden. As soon as the exit gate is opened, Blood Warden is activated. The auras of any survivors located within the exit gates are revealed to you. Once per trial, hooking a survivor while Blood Warden is activated calls upon the entity to block both exits for all survivors for 60 seconds at max tier. If you're going to run an epic endgame perk, use this. Unfortunately, it's easily countered as survivors can play around it, and they usually do. But when it does work, it's poggies. Killing all survivors because the exit gates are closed by Blood Warden? How metal is that? But yeah, not much else to say about this perk. This gets a solid C. Fredward's power might have gotten reworked, but his perks were left in the past. His add-ons, however, did get reworked, and they get a B+. I don't think the dream palettes are worth running because they require too much time to set up, so those are add-ons you don't need. Forever Freddy is a term that has spawned from his add-ons. Swing chains, jump rope, and outdoor rope, which make performing actions take longer. When paired with Thanatophobia and Dying Light, it takes forever to do gens and healing. Hence, Forever Freddy. While they're great, I find them a little too obnoxious to play against as Survivor. My favorites are Black Box and Class Photo. Black Box permanently puts someone in the dream, Omega lol, and Class Photo makes all generators erupt with blood while you're teleporting, which is fun in poggies. And thus concludes another review. Thank you for watching, and as always, I encourage you to formulate your own opinions on Fredward by playing him yourself. Have a great day.